Welcome to Star Wars Action News, helping Star Wars collectors collect better.
We are very excited, of course. We're always really excited about Star Wars, but this year in particular, I think everybody else is really excited about Star Wars this year with The Force Awakens coming out in December. So we're really happy about that. We're very excited. I always start off by saying thank you. So I want to just say thank you to you guys, the fans, who are continuing to show up, support, and represent the brand and live it and love it, and just like we do at home. So you're going to see a little bit today with some of the licensees that I work with. My name is Anita Castellar. I am part of the Hardlines. Thank you. I'm part of the Hardlines licensing team for Star Wars, and we go to work every day for this purpose, right, is to bring to life the storytelling that is so important, that we all love, and to bring you products that you're going to love as well, and bring it home and kind of share with other folks and have that shared memory and experience with us. So without more ado, we will talk about collectibles licensing, and we will talk about some of our licensees here, and I'll let them introduce themselves in a second. But what we won't talk about is the Force Awakens product line. So I just want to set that stage right now. We will talk about how we're going to have some great stuff later. But and we'll come back around and I'll talk a little bit more about why. But we have a lot of surprises for you guys, and we want to keep those as surprises. And so we actually will not be talking about high-end collectibles for The Force Awakens today. So you'll have to check your local listings for some more talk about that later. But I want to introduce Brian Ono from EFX. You want to say hi? Real quick?
Say hi.
Yeah.
How you doing? First of all, what are you guys doing here? You should be in line for JJ and Kathleen. But anyway, we appreciate you spending some time with us here right now. So we're just going to go some of the prop. Some of you guys who went to Celebration have seen this before. We haven't done much in a month. So some of this, if you were at Celebration, you saw some of this before. But for those of you who haven't, here's some things that we're working on. We're moving forward on some of our helmets, on our collectible replica helmets. And what you see there on the left is we only do product, as you know, that we can get the actual reference for. We try to avoid any type of scanning or 3D model. So it comes as accurate, we can make it as accurately as we can to the original prop. So the molds on the left were actually molded from a screen-used helmet. So we were able to get those, and we were able to cast ours from that as well. So you can see the Imperial Guard helmet that we got there that's coming out. The next thing is, as you know, most of you people who've been buying our helmets, it just comes in a very generic stand. So we thought we'd spice it up a little bit. So what we're going to be doing is coming out with what we call our legend stand, helmet stands. And basically it has actual prop parts from the film. So they're not sculpted. So they're just like prop replicas. So all the armor and everything you see there will actually cast, most of it from the original screen-used prop. So these are just a few of them. So a lot of them represent the helmets that we are either working on or have released in the past, so they will be available separately as well. Then we're going to get a little bit more into our studio scale again. Those are a lot of fun to do. They take a lot of time to work on, but our next release is going to be a smaller version of the Millennium Falcon from Empire Strikes Back. And then here's just a few other things that we're working on. The AT-ST, the probe droid, the Y-wing, and the TIE bomber. Oops. Oh.
Do you want me to help you?
Yeah.
So we had a little bit of a technical difficulty, so we're going to switch out really quickly for a video. There we go.
Okay, we showed Yoda last year, but we got a little bit further. So some full-size R2 is in our booth this weekend, so if you want to come by and check it out, come on by. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Brian. So next up will be Gentle Giant, and we'll have Jared come up and talk.
Hey, everybody. It feels like Celebration was just last weekend, and I see a lot of familiar faces, so glad to see everybody here again for Comic-Con. So I'm going to go through some of the items that we are doing at Gentle Giant Ltd. And 3D Systems. First up, I want to talk about the Premier Guild, which is a collector's guild that we have in Gentle Giant that allows you to purchase one of these collectible busts for free. This is just a little background on what we do with these busts. It goes from the concept to the digital sculpt, and that's the final painted mini bust. This is for the Emperor. At a time, we were discussing about doing a holographic version of it. So we concepted out just a blue holographic version, and we ended up doing a full painted piece on the prototype and liked it so much that we just went ahead and decided to make that version. This is Commander Faye. He's a lesser-known character. He was concepted out for Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, but he never made it to the final cut of the film. So we took the original design that was done and just expanded on it a little bit. We gave him a different weapon because the pose was not so conducive to a mini bust pose. Put the rifle over his shoulder. And this shows the digital sculpt stage, which involves a lot of pieces keying together. And then the final piece, which has the hooded helmet and the unhooded helmet that you can switch on and off. And now on to our exclusives. We have, from the 1985 animated droid series, the Boba Fett jumbo figure. So this is scanned from the original figure along with the coin that came with the original figure. And we blow this up to 6 scale size. So the figure is 12 inches, and then the coin is probably about 3.5 inches in diameter, and it's solid metal. And it also comes in the original style backer card, so the art is the same from the droid's backer card. And it's a big piece. It's about this big. And R2-D2, which is proving to be one of our more popular pieces at the convention. Same technique. We got the original figure, we took it apart, we de-engineered it, we scanned it, and then did a digital printout at 6 scale, so the piece is about 6.5, 7 inches tall. And it comes with a coin just like the original piece and the original packaging design. Next up is our Boba Fett prototype mini bust. Now, this is based on what Joe Johnston originally concepted for Boba Fett. He was supposed to be like a stormtrooper lieutenant. So he was all white, just like the stormtroopers, but he had extra weapons, extra gear. And they did a full suit of this, built it, and did a video test of it. And at some point later, it was decided by George Lucas that this was going to be actually a bounty hunter. So he was given more beat-up armor, like he's been around the galaxy a lot. But the white Boba Fett is still in a very interesting piece of Star Wars history, and we wanted to capture that in this mini bust. Some of the new pieces we're working on. This is at our booth. We just premiered it at Comic-Con. It's the Sand Trooper from Episode 4, A New Hope. Again, we have some reference images that we've taken from the original film. The digital sculpt, which is, I wanted to show you a keyed out version of everything, but there's just so many pieces, it's too big, it's crazy. The backpack is 20 pieces. It's a very complicated piece, but it came out looking very cool. This is 6 scale, so he stands about 12 inches tall. And Jumbo Jabba the Hutt. So what you see below is the original Kenner figure from 1983. We've taken that, taken him apart, scanned him, and blown him up to 6 scale size like the other jumbo figures in the line, Boba Fett and R2-D2 in the previous items. And he is about 30 inches long, about 14 inches high. Please come by the booth and see him in person. It's something you definitely want to get a look at. Those are the 12-inch figures standing next to him. And this is a shot of the painted piece with the original Kenner figure in front of it again. But you really want to come by the booth and see it. It's a cool piece to see. Oh, yeah. So that was just a cool video that we wanted to take of the actual build that we did on the 3D printer of the Jabba the Hutt coming out of the resin tray. And it just looked kind of cool because it's a big bath of resin, and once the build is complete, the entire piece comes out at once, and it's just something I wanted to share with everybody. Also, these are the Star Wars bookends. We've done these previously, and we wanted to re-release them in the bold Star Wars yellow font. So this is something new for collectors too. And something I'm excited about is the Mandalorian bookends. We've taken Mandalorian symbol that's made famous by Boba Fett and made a bookend set out of it. We've given it some weathering and detailing like his armor is, so it's from Mr. Fett. This is the Star Wars Han Solo Hero of Yavin bust. So this depicts Han Solo at the end of the film when he gets the Hero of Yavin medal. And Mr. Luke Skywalker as well. We will be working on a Leia bust as soon as these two are complete, and so towards the end of the year you can look for that. And then we have our life-size Kenner R2-D2, which we previewed at Celebration, and we have in the booth this year again. You should totally come by and see it. We've taken the original Kenner figure, scanned it, and blown it up to life-size, so the piece stands probably 4 feet tall. I think we have a quick video here. So that shows what goes into making a full-size R2-D2. Next, I want to talk about this new Darth Vader bust that we are going to be doing for GameStop stores exclusively in the fall of this year. It's a new style for us. It's revisiting the classic style of bust where it's really just the shoulders and the head, and then the cape drapes off the back in a very classic kind of Roman style. This will be at GameStop stores this fall. But please come visit us at booth 3513. You can see all of the items that we discussed here in person. Thank you.
Thank you, Jared. So you can see we're kind of always reinventing, always finding new ways to bring technology into what was traditionally a hand-sculpted piece. So right now, that was a lot of the video that you saw there. We wanted to bring forward that 3D printing process and how that actually functions now in the world of collectibles. So, but now we're going to go back to traditional sculpting with Sideshow. Come on up, Matt.
All right, thank you guys all for coming. Very glad you guys were able to make it today. So, carrying over what we showed at Celebration was our Stormtrooper unpainted concept statue. And this year, for this Comic-Con, we have them now painted, and we also have our Boba Fett piece, which is not painted yet, but he's there in his glory. So, we also have our 6-scale Darth Vader. We're still working away on. We didn't bring him this year because there's some parts we're still fine-tuning, but we did have him at Celebration, but he's still on track, he's still on schedule, and this is the latest version of what he currently is at. So he's looking pretty fantastic, and we're excited about bringing him out, so he'll definitely be here next year for sure. This is the Stormtrooper statue. It's going to come with 2 heads. You can swap out. One head will be an exclusive helmet. And this painted prototype is at the booth now at booth 1929. This here is Boba Fett, who's also at the booth right now. And he's also going to come with 2 helmets as well. One of the helmets will be the exclusive. And this is the concept art for the Vader piece. He's still in process right now, but he will be here next year for sure. But this is the target for what we're hitting for with him. And he will have 2 helmets, I believe, at this time. For our premium format figures, we have our Darth Vader. He had his official unveiling at Celebration. He's here this year at Comic-Con, at Sideshow, at Comic-Con. Coming up, we have our Darth Maul premium format piece. This is an image of the piece right now and painted, but he's looking pretty fantastic. It's a companion piece to the Savage Press, so he's kind of at an angle, so you can have them both there. It'll make a nice balance. This is our Imperial Sand Trooper quarter scale. This is a traditional sculpted piece. This is just a little glimmer of of the back of his backpack right now. He's still in the sculpt mode, so I wanted to share a little bit of him with you. All right, Jango Fett. Jango Fett is being done digitally, but this is him without his clothing. So he will have clothing. He won't be bare-chested like that, even though he probably should. But he will be a combination of hard parts and cut and sew items. We have our Jawas at the booth right now. They went up just shortly after Celebration. It's a 2-pack, and they're 2 different sizes. They'll have light-up illuminated eyes, bunch of different, they have a couple different guns, bunch of hands, little accessories, but some very detailed cut and sew, some bandoliers and pouches, vest. They're pretty cool little figures. We have R5-D4 also went up. He's using R2 body, newly sculpted head. He's going to have a bad motivator pop-up function, so you pull one of his eyes and his motivator will pop up, and that's it for the day for him. He's out. But these are some Jawas luring him into their hands with some candy. That's pretty bad. We have our Darth Maul figure on display. It kind of came as a surprise to everyone. We kept them under wraps, but this is our, we initially did Darth Maul. It's one of the first few figures that came out with Sideshow, so we're revisiting him with all the ways we've learned to do things much better. And we're applying it to this figure, and he's going to have a new body, new sculpt, all new parts. There will be none of the parts from the other ones, so it'd be pretty cool. R2-Q5. So R2-D2 is proving to be quite popular with fans, so we thought, why not do one of the Imperial ones? This is one of the R2 units you see in the hangar bay when the Vader arrives on the Death Star. And he's also in a cutscene that we wanted to try to find out what the decal was on the back of him. We couldn't find it anywhere, and there's a cutscene from the movie where he goes right by Vader, and you can kind of see the back of him. But he will have lights. He won't have all the accessories as R2-D2, but he will have light-up functions, and some of the panels will open up on him. But he'll have a nice, clean black gloss finish. Copper, it looks pretty cool, but it's down to the booth as well right now. We have our Imperial AT-AT driver. We're all pretty excited about finally getting this guy out, following up on the TIE pilot, the speeder bike pilot, our X-Wing Luke. So we're kind of going this pilot series type deal, and it was really nice to get one of the main badasses of the Imperial might on 6 scale. So we just got to get the AT-AT done now. Just joking. Also announcing continuation of the Bounty Hunters. You'll see a little bit of Zuckuss' nose is missing because that part wasn't finished yet, but definitely wanted to share them with you. 4-LOM and Zuckuss will be previewed before the end of the year, likely solicited before the end of the year as well, but they're in process, they're coming along nicely. They will complement Boss Guy G88 and our Boba Fett really good, and then there's just one more angry bandage dude to follow up with, so. Hopefully you guys can come by the booth and see the R2 Me Too project. We had that at Celebration. Basically, when we ran our R2-D2, we injected a bunch just in plain white plastic and gave it out to a bunch of our friends within Sideshow and outside of Sideshow. And some of the pieces that came back are pretty amazing. We have 4 podiums devoted to it, and we have 10 new pieces there. And if you haven't made a chance to come see them, you should, and take some time, because there's over close to 55 or 60 of them there, but they're pretty cool. And I believe that's it. So thank you all for your time. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Matt. Now we're going to have Dan. Come on up.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us again for this panel. I think they've done this maybe 4 or 5 years in a row, and it's always a great chance to get to talk to you, the fans, about our product. I've got a really quick update because this is kind of just an extended, or not extended, but just an update, so to speak, to what I showed at Star Wars Celebration. But I do have 2 new announcements, and these announcements have not been made anywhere, have not been shown at our booth. So everyone here, you will hear first about 2 new products that are coming out from us. You can see these snow troopers, and these are at our booth 2601, and this is part of our Artifacts Plus series. And for those of you that are not familiar with Artifacts Plus, it's a 1/10 scale collectible made out of PVC and ABS plastic. This 2-pack, you get multiple arms and legs, so you can do different poses as you see here. And there's also magnets in the feet, and we include a square magnet metal base, so you can actually pose it wherever you'd like on the base. So there's a lot of flexibility in your display options. The Snow Trooper 2-pack is scheduled to arrive sometime this fall, probably maybe closer to November from what I'm hearing, with a retail price of $84.99. We also, at Celebration, unveiled our AT-AT driver. You can see the Paint Master at our booth right now. And just like the Snow Trooper 2-pack, he comes with different parts, so you can do the 3 poses that you see here. And this is the continuation of our Hoth Wave. We started the Hoth Wave with our Celebration exclusive, and now it's going onward. And you know, sky's the limit as far as how we'll take the Artifacts Plus, if we'll continue Empire Strikes Back or move into maybe Return of the Jedi. It remains to be seen. So we're definitely always looking for your feedback as to where you'd like to see the line evolve. And these are just some pictures of how you can, you know, create some really nice scenes with the statues in your display cabinet or wherever you display your collectibles. So they really go well together, and especially with the magnetized base, you can position them in different formations, so you can create some really cool scenes. We also made the announcement at Celebration that we'll be continuing our droid line. We have a series of droids out, a lot of R2 units, and we'll be taking that further with R5 and R4 units, so you can look forward to those coming out next year and beyond. And this is one of 2 brand new announcements. We're going to be partnering up with Barnes & Noble again to offer TC14. This will be available fall. The production will be roughly about 1,500 pieces, so it is very limited, so make sure to check out barnesandnoble.com for pre-order information. I'm sure it'll be going up soon. And we'll have all that information also on our Facebook, and they'll be in stores and available online for pre-order. And the second announcement is we'll also be offering the Utapau Trooper through them. This is a single pack, so this is the first time that we've offered Artifacts Plus, the Clone Trooper, at least in a single pack. We've done the Sand Trooper in a single pack, but most of the Stormtroopers and Clone Troopers have come in 2 packs. So this is the first time we're offering a single pack, plus this is the first time we're offering this particular Clone Trooper, so that should be really neat for collectors of Clone Troopers and what have you. And like I said, we're a very fan-centric company, so if you want to get in touch with us, you can find us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Kotobukiya. You can send us emails, questions@kotous.com, or you can shop with us at kotous.com. And if you get a chance, come by the booth, 2601. You can check out these and other older Star Wars releases that we have on display. Thank you, everyone.
So we're going to bring up Tamashii Nations now. They're the latest addition to our licensing portfolio for high-end collectibles. Started off in Japan. You probably already have heard about the Samurai line, but I'm not going to steal any more thunder from Adam. So come on up and be part of your debut at Comic-Con as part of our panel. Thanks.
Well, thank you, everybody. It's an honor to be here. As you know, we're the newest member of the Collectibles licensee family. This is our first time here. We did do a presentation at Celebration. So some of you will have seen this before, some of you know us, but for those of you who don't, just a quick explanation on our brand. Many of you know Bandai Tamashii Nations is basically Bandai's premium collector's label. And we have a lot of history in Japan. with certain robot motifs that have basically been reinterpreted into some recent products as well, as you see here. And one of the things that we're really well known for is articulation, creative use of material like die cast. But today we're going to talk about some of our sculpting talent that we work with in Japan and the unique aesthetic that we bring our product out with. And Takeya Takayuki, he works with a lot of companies in Japan, at Kotobuki as well, and he's one of the talents that have brought us the movie realization series that we have on display in our booth today. And this movie realization series is basically a interpretation of Star Wars in a feudal Japan era aesthetic. And initially, we just was a little over a year ago at the Tokyo Toy Fair where we debuted this, and it received a huge, it was well received all over the press. And we are now selling, it's currently available right now at booth 3545 at our distributor Bluefin at the Tamashii Nations booth. You could get the first one, the Darth Vader Samurai General, and we're also selling our Foot Soldier Stormtrooper. We have some gifts for you today for the raffle. And we've shown some of our future release plans at Celebration. For those of you who were not there, we'll show you some stuff. And I have some brand new things to show you, that first time presentations here at the Comic-Con panel as well for 2 items. So movie realization Foot Soldier, Sand Trooper, we've seen this before. This is scheduled for winter. And also we're looking into some new basically reinterpretations of the Stormtrooper as a war drummer, Wadaiko, as an archer, and a spearman. This got a lot of oohs and ahs last time, and now we have it on display at our booth. Got oohs and ahs at Celebration. So this is our first time display we have here at our booth, so please come by and check out the Samurai Royal Guard. And so this is a new SD Comic-Con panel first look at a different version of Darth Vader that we presented a sketch for before, but the armor is different. The crest is of course, Death Star. And what I'm going to show you next was a sketch, and hoping to get some oohs and ahs on this one. This is a first look. That feels really good. So this is Boba Fett as a loyalist samurai Ronin. We've got some really special things going on here. Of course, on his left shoulder plate, there's the Mandalorian insignia. He's got a bunch of hidden weaponry as well. I'll show you another slide. A lot of things going on here that are kind of ninja-esque with like kunai-style blades, concealed blades. And he's not on display, but this is the first time you're getting a look at him, so nobody's seen this prototype yet. So what do we have in the future? It's rare that we're based in Japan, so it's rare that we get to interact with our fans. I put a decibel meter application on, and maybe get some more oohs and ahs. I'm going to throw out some ideas out there. If you guys could give me some responses on that in the form of oohs and ahs or applause or screams, then you could basically choose what products we make next. For the Force users out there, please don't tamper with the decibel meter, and we'll start. That joke didn't go over very well, did it? All right. Anyhow, going with the first one. How about Darth Maul as an Oni or Japanese demon? Pretty good. Next one, Yoda as a Senin or recluse sage or hermit. They're kind of legendary mountain elves. Okay. And this one's, I like it. Jango and Boba Fett as Lone Cub, Wolf and Cub, so Lord of the Samurai and his son. Okay, droids as temple ornaments bells. We actually got a drawing on this one. Got a couple more for you. Adult Rocker and Samurai Horse Bridling. That's it. And we also have to throw in Leia Organa in a kimono. I've got the number readings here, and we'll definitely take that feedback and make some cool new product for you guys. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Stop by our booth. We have the, again, Samurai General, Darth Vader, and Stormtrooper on sale there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adam. That's great. I like the decibel application. I might have to download that one. So right now we're going to leave some time for question and answers. So if you have something burning that you want to ask us or ask the panelists, please come on up and make a line here at the microphone, and we'll be happy to take some questions and answers. We'll leave a little time for that, and then we'll leave a little time for some raffles. So we like treats for everybody. So feel free, come on up, and we'll start with you, sir. We're gonna turn on the mic. There we go. Awesome.
It's working. My question is for EFX. In reference to your studio scale ships, they're smaller than the previous ones that came out for master replicas, but are they still, sorry, but are they still studio scale, like what was actually used during the movies?
Actually, actually,
Testing.
Actually, the only one that's reduced scale is the Millennium Falcon. All the rest of the models you see there are actual studio scale models. But you can see they're all different sizes. They're not all the same scales because they were made relative to what they were going to be used for, whether perspective or something else. So the only one that's reduced scale is the Millennium Falcon.
Hey, my question's for Gentle Giant, and I was just wondering, as you sort of get through the original vintage line in jumbo form, or do you have any plans or ideas towards continuing sort of jumboizing other Star Wars figures from the past?
We're not sure. We still have a few more figures to get through, and we want to address the entire original Kenner line first before we start looking at other versions that came later, like Power of the Force or whatnot. But, we'll see what the future holds.
My question is for Matt at Sideshow. I understand it's a ways out, but the 6-scale Macquarie Vader, are you all planning on following that up with a Boba Fett and a Stormtrooper like with the statues?
Yes. Yes and yes. See those
Great.
next week.
Thank you.
Yeah, mine's for EFX. Are there any plans to continue on like the Obi-Wan reveal lightsaber or any other like weapons, lightsabers, blasters, and any future products?
Yeah, we're definitely going to start working on the lightsabers again. Blasters and guns causes a little bit of a problem for import and export into foreign countries. But we are working on some stuff, but how far the guns are going to get, I really couldn't say at this point. But definitely we're going to be readdressing the lightsabers.
No, Obi-Wan reveals more.
We both reveal and static.
Tamashii Nation, are you guys going to do anything with Chewie or Han in Samurai?
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
For Chewie and Han, are you going to include them in the Samurai?
It's something we consider. We did a little poll at Celebration. Maybe for the next presentation, I'll throw them up there and try to read that off the decibel. But yeah, maybe Chewbacca has a Japanese Yeti or something like that. Thank you for the feedback.
Is that it?
No more questions. Okay.
Any more? No? All right, great.
Thanks for watching this video. You can see full episodes of Star Wars Action News with more collecting news and reviews at swactionnews.com. We also have thousands of toy and collectible photos in our photo gallery. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. May the pegs be stocked and the Force be with you.